Okay, so I got to thinking, how can we simplify Thanksgiving dinner? I know a lot of people have been downsizing their turkey days, so how can we make a full dinner for like 2 to 3 people? I have an embarrassing story on this, happened last year. Maybe we'll get into that later, but for this dinner, I'm talking about the classics. Mashed potatoes, stuffing, veggies, and the turkey. And wait for it, all in a crock pot. Let's get to it. To start, we're gonna cut up some carrots and some celery. We're gonna keep these in pretty large pieces here because this is gonna be the literal base for our turkey in the crock pot. Next, we'll cut up some aromatics, onion and garlic. While we're cooking the turkey, these will help flavor the broth that we're creating, which will go into our stuffing and our gravy. This will make a little more sense once we get to it. Now into the crock pot goes the celery. Let's cut that up a little bit more so we're creating the base. Next, add your carrots. Play around to Tetris while adding those other flavor components. We're also going to add some fresh rosemary and parsley. Additionally, I put a half cup of water in the bottom. And next, we have the headliner, turkey breast. This is bone in, skin on, about 4 to 5 pounds. This is gonna take about 6 hours to cook until it reaches 165 degrees at the thickest part. To season our turkey, in a small bowl, I have about 2 tablespoons olive oil. I'm gonna add some garlic, add some sage. That was a lot of sage, take some out. We're gonna add some thyme, need a little more thyme, and a little chili powder. This will give us some color and a little spice. Mix it up and then we'll just drizzle this over the bird. Next, secure your cooking vessel and we're gonna put this on the low setting for 6 hours. Like any classic Thanksgiving meal, I think there should be stuffing. We'll start by sauteing carrots, onions, celery with a pat of butter in a pan that's set on medium-high heat. As always, bread is labeled #1 public enemy when it comes to eating quote-unquote healthy.
Boo!
But my thought to you is, all foods have their place. Alright, back to the bird. So we're gonna baste this turkey, and we're also gonna reserve probably about a half a cup of the liquid. We're gonna use this for the stuffing. So you can see we have about a half cup of liquid here. I had to dilute it with a little water, but it's still gonna be super flavorful. Add in an aerial view of the bread, because why not? So we'll toss in the bread, we're gonna toast it up and let the flavors kind of meld together a little bit. Okay, so onto that story, the mishap of 2020. Thanksgiving week. So to kind of avoid all the crowds to pick up all my ingredients for Thanksgiving, I just did a grocery store pickup. We were just gonna have one friend over. I was gonna be cooking for 3 people essentially. Well, so I, get a turkey breast, 4 or 5 pounds is what I was going for. I'm sitting in a meeting at home. My wife goes to pick up the order for us. Quick pause of the story, one moment. So we're gonna put our potatoes in. I have these cut up in about 1-inch cubes, so they're gonna go like here, here, and probably about here. And they'll cook for about 2.5 hours until softened. Back to story time. So here I am sitting in a virtual meeting at home. My wife goes to pick up the order for us. She comes running in and said, "What did you do?" Well, it turns out we ended up getting a 25-pound turkey. Yeah, so I didn't check that one box when I was preparing my order to say, hey, no substitutions. So needless to say, we went from 5 pounds to, 25 pounds. We were all full that Thanksgiving and the 7 following days afterwards. Back to present day. So yeah, we're pretty stuffed in this crock pot right now. So in total, everything should cook for about 2.5 hours until the turkey is complete. At this point, everything's cooked now, so we can just stop here, work on our mashed potatoes and gravy. Or we could take this up another notch. We're going to line a baking sheet with aluminum foil. Set your oven to high on the broil setting. We're going to pop the stuffing and the turkey breast in for about 5 to 10 minutes. This isn't a tutorial on mashed potatoes, so just make them the way you like them. And left in our crock pot, we have this beautiful broth. Take out your carrots, onions, and celery. We're going to put a fine mesh sieve over a bowl, and we're going to just squish out all the juice from everything left. Now it's imperative that you make your own gravy. We have this great broth. All you need to do is make a roux. We have a pat of butter. We have a little flour. And we're going to slowly incorporate our broth. Those lumps will go away, promise you. And in minutes, homemade gravy. And onto the home stretch. And you can see that turkey skin? Broiling went a long way here. I think that's everything, but wait, hold on. Make your little gravy well. What's Thanksgiving dinner without, you guessed it, homemade cranberry sauce? Have a happy Thanksgiving dinner, and remember, be thankful that you had a crock pot this year.